You know we can't have one and nothing, so we had to double up. Remix. We fly high, no lie. You know this. Falling rise outside. It's like showbiz.
We stay fly.
Alright, iSTATUS here. Caught up with my man, John Celestand.
What's up, man? How you doing, baby?
Good.
Yeah, I played for the Lakers in '99-2000. Won an NBA championship ring with him. I had the opportunity to go overseas as well. Played in Europe, played in Germany, Italy, France. I also played in the Ukraine. For me, after basketball, I was lucky to get involved in sports broadcasting. I worked for Sportsnet New York last year, covering Big East games. Did some studio analyst work as well for them, and I worked also for ESPN Regional, where I did Big East basketball games, Syracuse versus Villanova, Providence versus Georgetown, just all Big East games, and I do some sports radio as well. So I really enjoyed it, man, because there's nothing like playing basketball, but the closest thing to doing that is being able to go to games, being a broadcaster. You're still in the thick of things, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, this is dream come true, man. Growing up, the funny thing, my favorite team was the Lakers. In the 5th grade, the first bitty ball basketball team that I played was the Los Angeles Lakers. We had purple and gold jerseys. So, for me to go and to get picked up by the Lakers was great. Played against Kobe a lot in high school. I also played for Shaq. Shaq was my favorite player growing up as well. We had the same birthday. I had the basketball card, so it was definitely a good thing. I mean, the media hypes that kind of stuff, man. There's going to be problems on every team, but Shaq and Kobe were just two different guys. They weren't, sometimes their personalities just didn't mesh, but on the court, they made things happen. That's all you can ask for. The media's always looking for us. Hands down right now, yes, he is the best player. I mean, I love LeBron James, he's a great player. Right now, I would take, number 24, I call him number 8 times 3 rings, and that's where he gets 24 from, but I think he's the top player in the league. LeBron James is in a close second. I think at some point, though, LeBron James will pass Kobe. I mean, one-on-one, LeBron James is unstoppable. I just have to go with my man Kobe because he has 3 rings and he's done there. He went to the NBA championship last year as well, so it's going to be a good race, though. It's going to be a good race. Well, I don't know if it's had a negative effect. I think it's not just and one, it's more or less the highlights. Kids are just trying to do highlights now, and I don't think and one's responsible. I think it's everybody. ESPN, all of these stations just glorifying guys just coming in and dunking, and it gets away from what basketball is about. I played over in Europe where they did that a lot. You have to adjust your game as an American, but I think the game will get back to the fundamentals because without that, the one-on-one, you're not going to win championships. Look at the 2 teams in the NBA Finals last year, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Both were teams that moved the basketball around. They had a lot of guys that can score. Boston ran their offense, LA running a triangle, which everybody touches the basketball. So, you're not going to win it with a one-man show one-on-one. Well, in Europe, it's American players like to go one-on-one a little bit more. Europeans really like to move the basketball around. They'll pass up open shots for another guy to hit a shot, and they also pass up open layups for 3s. Over here, we try to get the layups first and 3 seconds. In Europe, the guys really try to get the 3s first and a layup second. The European game is very different, but as you see now, the players they're getting much better. They're catching up. When I was there, I would tell people back home, they'd say, "Hey John, how'd you do?" And I say, "Hey man, I'm over here playing against some top competition. I was playing against Tony Parker, Emmanuel Ginobili." When they were back in Europe, people didn't believe me. I said, "These guys are better. They're getting better, and if you don't come with your A game, you're gonna get embarrassed." Well, right now, I work for ESPN Regional. I do a lot of games on ESPN Classic, ESPNU. One of my goals is to get to ESPN2 and ESPN, the first big ESPN. A lot of guys have worked their way up to the ranks. I also, at some point, I have my own sports show. Where I'm interviewing athletes and doing some things like that. But I think over the years, working for ESPN, working for iSTATUS, working for Comcast, I also do the post game for the Philadelphia 76ers for Comcast Sportsnet in Philadelphia. So I think all of these things are giving me, you know, a lot of experience where 5, 6 years down the line, I'll be able to do something for myself. Well, you know, not just with the NBA, but anything. If you want to do something, you have to set a goal. You know, one of my goals was to play in the NBA. But first I had goals to be an all-state basketball. You know, then I had goals to play in the Big East Conference. That was my favorite conference. Then I had goals to make the NBA, but I always wrote my goals down and I put them on a sheet of paper and I put them on my wall. When you write things down and you read them, it kind of makes you have to stick to what you said you want to do. You know, so my advice would be to write your goals down and to read them every day because I think it's very, very powerful. You know, I had pictures of basketball players on my wall where every day when I woke up, I would see basketball all around my room. You know, I think you have to have a vision. And I think you have to stay away from, you know, the long crowd, man, because a lot of times in life, you know, even growing up here in the Chicago, you have a lot of distractions. If you don't stay away from the wrong crowd, sometimes they'll take you away from doing what you want to do. I have friends growing up, some guys that were better basketball players than me. You know, a lot of them were in jail, a lot of them have gotten in trouble, and they weren't able to fulfill their dreams, you know, so I had to separate myself from that crowd. If you're young, man, you have to have a goal, and you have to... I like the big logos and I like everything all over the place. The kids, you know, they seem to like big logos and they like to be flashy, you know. My status, well, first status is I just got married, so
congratulations, man. Another one in the
That's right. Another one bites the dust. Yep. Beautiful girl. I married her last week, so that's my first status. I would think my status is I'm always a player. And when I say player, basketball player first. Even when I'm on the set and I'm doing announcing, you know, I don't see myself as an announcer. I see myself as a basketball player behind the camera. Why they put me behind the camera, I don't know. But I'm always going to be a player. So my status is basketball. My status is iSTATUS.
That's right.
My status is iSTATUS.
No comment. That's good. iSTATUS here. John Celestand. iSTATUS. Know what it is.
Clipping my Beretta, sipping on my Beretta. Man, you crazy if you think I'ma let up. I told you I'm a drama setter. I'll be the first to say it, homie. You can bet it, just don't get in the way of my cheddar, man. Cause I'm a drama setter. I don't go looking for no trouble, but some out of trouble always finds me. Don't make